Well, it's good to see Pat back. I don't know where you've been lately, uh, but of course you're always in my prayers. Not that you care about that at all. I guess you could care less. Um, Another excellent video. I think though that complaining about Islam is not the same as doing anything about it. Really, you need to make, and the Dutch and the Westerns need to make Islam illegal. That's the problem. You're not willing to actually confront it um, in the same way that Charles Martel did. I remember the Christians are the ones that kicked Islam's ass out of Europe in the first place. Why are you angry at Christians? Well, I'm a Christian. I'll kick Islam off the face of the earth. I'm not I'm not interested in messing around. It sounds like you're just pussyfooting around. You want to talk about, oh, the Muslims, blah 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 blah. Why don't you do something about it? You're gonna get your ass kicked. I'm not. Christians are not a sissy. Well, at least I'm not. I'm a Christian that's not a sissy. There's maybe three or four of us, but we could take the Muslims. We can knock them out. That's what really has to be done. This is not a matter of giving them freedom. You give them freedom, they're gonna run you over. You see it's happening. They have to. They can't be granted freedom because they're irresponsible with it. Um, YouTube is going to be the next to go. How long do you think Muslims are going to let YouTube uh, allow people to criticize Islam? That's going to happen. That's going to be the next thing to go. You think the executives at YouTube are going to stand up to Islam? I would like to see it. You know what they ought to do? Here's what I think. Muslims are going to come to YouTube and they're going to say, hey, listen, we don't like this. People are offending our religion, blah, blah, blah. Well, what YouTube ought to do is say, well, you know what? You guys need to learn what it means to respect people's right to have freedom of religion and freedom of speech. Islam is the only religion that doesn't reciprocate freedom of religion. Now, they do. I know the BS artists that are busy doing dawah for Islam say, oh, yeah, it's a peaceful coexistence. Peaceful coexistence. Well, that's BS. What happens is you let them thrive and they get to a certain threshold of population. Next thing you know, you got Sharia law problems. So this pussyfooting around, Pat Condel and friends, you guys are going to get wiped out. You want to kick Muslims' ass, you got to get the Christians behind you. That's the only way. You appoint me to it. I'm running. What I want to do is get Pennsylvania to secede from the United States because the United States sucks. We're a bunch of pussies that run the government here, socialist creeps. We need to split away from them and have a state with a government with no Islam. We don't want Islamic problems. I don't want no Sharia law. I don't know. Listen to guys like you. You're so tough, but you're not even willing to say, okay, no Islam at all. So, anyways, what the YouTube executives ought to do, Muslims come to them. Listen, we're offended, blah blah blah. They say, well, you know what? You guys need to learn freedom of speech. So what we're going to do is everybody's username is going to get a suffix, and the suffix is going to be denounce Islam. So I would be seanmPWH, denounce Islam. You would be Pat Condel, denounce Islam. And the pro-Muslim guys would be, one more Muslim, denounce Islam. Venom Feign X, denounce Islam. And so forth. That's the way YouTube ought to handle that. Kick them in the teeth. Don't be a pussy. I'm telling you what, man. You're going to get run over. Everybody's going to get run over. There's going to be a few of us Christians that are willing to stand up, take up our guns, and blow the Muslims off the face of the earth. The rest of you guys are going to become slaves to Islam. That's all there is to it.